Well, today we're talking about the Nanlite Forza 60C, which is my go-to light in almost every situation. Let's talk about it. Well, hi, what's up? My name is Tony, and I am a filmmaker and a photographer in the St. Louis area. And today we're talking about lights. Now, companies are coming out with gigantic lights, 300s, 600s, 1000s, 1200s. They're huge. And for the most part, I'm doing videos that I just don't need that kind of lighting. Now, if you've got a YouTube channel that's in a bedroom studio just like this, or you're doing talking headshots, or you're doing interview style, or you need flexibility, I'm telling you, you don't want to get these gigantic lights, even a 300, because what happens is the more power that you have, the more light it is, which is great, the bulkier it gets. Now, I bought a pack of these Forza 60Cs, the 3-pack that comes in the case. It has adapters, it has power, it has handles, it has all the things that you would ever need for this light, except for how you want to modify it. So let's talk about this light itself. Now, this guy is tiny. It is really so small. In fact, my iPhone 16 Pro is about the size of this bad boy. It is tiny, and the thing that I like about it is it's all in one compact unit. Now, this is actually a powered light. It's on right now. And so I've got 2 Sony L-series batteries. These are the small rig, just tiny ones. I love these batteries. I've used the Anton Bowers before, these little guys, but these small rigs have little monitors on here, so you can actually see how much battery percentage is left. Now, what's nice about this is I can mount it on a C-stand, I can mount it on a tripod, whatever I need to. It's lightweight, it's small, and it's all one unit. This is the whole thing. I don't need an extra compartment like what you would for a 300 light. That's why I really like this light. I don't have any cables. It's really simple to set up. You can use it Hollywood style where somebody's walking and you're just shining it on them. It's just nice and compact. That is the biggest feature that I love about this light. I don't have to have a cable running from the light down the C-stand onto another box that has my power. It's all built into this one light, which for me is huge when it comes to run and gun, when it comes to, I use these for weddings, and you may be thinking, a 60 light, is that really bright enough? Well, it's about all I use. I use that for my home studio. We've got a light right here, that's the Forza 60C. And then back here, we've got one of their Pavo tubes, and we'll talk about that sometime. But because it all works together, I don't ever have to worry about sync issues or anything like that. So when it comes to size, for me, it's huge. Now, I've got a Jeep Gladiator, which is a big truck that can hold a lot of gear opposed to like a Honda Civic or something. But when I start putting lights, when I start putting C-stands, when I start putting gear in my truck bed, it fills up pretty fast. And so that's why I love having a 3-pack of lights. I can do a standard 3 lighting setup where you've got your key, you've got your fill, and you've got your hair, all within this one box, which I think is just incredible. For me, that's a huge selling point. I very seldom think that these 60s are underpowered. Every now and then, I need more light, and what I'll do is I just use an extra 60C, and that kind of gets me what I need. But for the most part, even for weddings, in a reception, these 60s, I very seldom run them at 100%. Now let's talk about a couple other features that I really like about them. Like I said, it's all one compact unit. This thing will last me a while just on this. This is actually what I use for receptions. I've got 2 of these L-series batteries and rock and roll. All I use then is a softbox or some sort of modifier to break up this light, and it's good to go. Now this has actually a little bit smaller of a mount than a Bowen's, but what's nice with these lights is they actually come in the kit with an adapter to put a Bowens softbox on here. So I can use this adapter. I can actually, it has a C-stand mount and I can use that. But these adapters are really nice, and I use these so that I'm not swapping between the mount that's on the light and then back to a softbox. I just do everything with Bowens and just use these, and it works really nice. Another thing that I really like about them is the app feature. Now, most lights have apps these days, and it's nice because what you can do is you can just turn off the light and turn it back on. So when I'm sitting here prepping for either a YouTube video or something here, yesterday I was on set with 3 of these lights. I had one for Phil, one for Key, and then one for hair light. And I was able to just stand in one place and adjust all of my lighting. I never had to readjust it. And it was really nice because I wasn't running around to different lights and trying to look at my subject and all the things. I was able to just adjust them all right from the app. The other thing that's really nice is you can connect other types of lights to this. So, like I said, I've got that Pavo back there, and I can control that as well. So, I just love the fact that you have an app. Now, when it comes to pricing, these things are decently priced. I think this one is about $550, which you might be thinking is quite a bit of money. I've seen the kit down to like $1,400. And so you might be thinking $1,400 is a lot of money for lights. The thing that's really nice with these is they are completely controllable. You can use them for, actually lighting your subject. You can use them for supplemental lighting because they have all of the color effects with them. And they've got built-in presets, all of that. And so when it comes to versatility, you're not gonna find a more versatile light than this little guy. It's super lightweight. I've said that 100 times. So you could actually mount this wherever you want. And so that for me helps the price point come a little bit more realistic for me. Now, you're thinking, I'm gonna spend $1,500 to $2,000 on this 3-pack. Well, yes, that's the price of about one cheap professional lens. When we're talking cameras, full frame camera, you're looking at $2,500 to $4,000. When you're talking about the 70 to 200, that's a $3,000 lens. We're shooting on the 50 1.2L, that's $2,500. And so any one of those lenses, I never have trouble justifying that price because I know that they're quality lenses that are gonna last a long time. I feel the same way with this kit. I feel that, I'm gonna have this kit. I bought this maybe a year and a half ago or so, and I'm not gonna have to worry about buying much more light because that 3-pack does pretty much everything I need. Now, I've got other lights and all the things, but for me, you can never have too much light. And so when it comes to lighting, start with where you're at. If you can only buy one of these, get that. If you can get the kit, it's really nice because it fits 3 lights in that hard shell case, which I just think is a great deal. It comes with the case, it comes with the adapters, it comes with the handles so you can run Hollywood style, all of those different things. Now, maybe that price was too much. Maybe you don't want to spend $600 on a light. Nanlite does have lights that are a little bit cheaper in this style. They've got the Forza 60C bicolor, which is not a full color. It's just bicolor. It just goes cold and warm. So you don't get the color effects, which for me, that's kind of nice. You can drop down to about $300. The other option is they make a cheaper lens called the FS series. And so those lights are gonna be anywhere down. I think I saw one on B&H that was like somewhere in the like $150 range. So you could get a light that's really cheap that would work if you only need daylight or if you only need bicolor, you don't want the color effects, and that's good to go. So there's a couple different options that you could do to save some money if that's the direction that you want to go. What kind of lighting do you use? Are you using, big bulky lights? Are you using panel lights? I've used those before as well. And for me, these little versatile guys, you can just put a softbox right on there with a Bowens mount and you're good to go. The things that I haven't really cared about for this light, it's not all pros. For me, the app although I love it, sometimes is a little glitchy. So when I am doing a wedding reception, I'll have two different lights, one on each side of the room, kind of shining down on the person giving a toast or the dances. And what I love to do is just be able to pull up my app and raise the intensity of these lights when we're using them. And then once we're done using them, just lower the intensity back down to 0. So they're not, you know, causing extra light in the room, and kind of keep that moment where it needs to be. It's really nice when it works, but every now and then I have to go over and turn the light off and turn it back on both lights, and I'm kind of running around. If it's a studio setup where, like yesterday, I had 3 different lights, I connect them all, I adjust what I need, and they're good to go, then we're good to go. But for scenarios where it's over an extended period of time, I feel like the app could be a little bit more stable. The other thing that is fine with these is some of the build quality. Like this is pretty nice. I do feel like the handle and some of the accessories feel a little cheap, but that's nothing against the light. I'm not worried about this light, which is, it's made out of metal. I'm not worried about it giving out anytime soon. As far as light quality, I'm not a lightologist, I don't know what they're called, but for me, the light looks good. I'm able to control it. I never feel like it's too pink or too green, and even if it was, I can adjust it because it's full color. And so I never really have too much trouble with that. I never feel like it's, I had some aperture lights, maybe the 120, maybe the 300, and I felt like those had a little bit different shift in the like the red and green spectrum, and so I had to match those with these differently. I feel like all of these though match really consistently. Another reason why I just love having a 3-pack. I've got quite a few of the different accessories for these things now. I'll use this guy right here. It just slaps right on the front of this light for a little bit of a Fresnel look. And I can use these barn doors on that Fresnel, which gives me a really nice hair light. And so I'll use those accessories. I've got a bunch of different soft boxes. I've got lanterns. It comes with these little guys, which I never use. It makes it look like a little spotlight, but I never use that. And if I haven't said it already, I absolutely love this road case. It is just the best case because I can fit 3 lights in here. Everything I need, I can put my batteries in with the handles and just kind of rock and roll with a good kit. So, like I said, do you have any experience with this light? If you're starting a YouTube channel, I suggest getting this because it's gonna give you the freedom that you need for years to come. One of the most important things with camera and film is if you've got good light and you've got good sound, you can get away with using a camera or lens that isn't as good. That's why they're using Apple iPhones to film the keynotes for Apple now, is because they understand that if you've got really good light and you've got really good sound, you're not gonna be able to tell the quality of your camera quite as well. All right, guys. Well, I'd love to know your opinions. What kind of questions do you have for these little guys? Have you used the Forzas? Do you have any questions specifically for me? Have you had any trouble with their app? If you use them, let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. We talk a lot about camera stuff, specifically Canon. By the way, for those of you who saw Canon Day is coming to B&H, which is kind of fun. I'm all excited about it. I'm actually like looking up tickets to see if I should go fly out to B&H in New York on October 30th. Gonna release a couple new hybrids. I keep hearing about another camera release, maybe the R6 Mark III, which is crazy. That would be the third in the round, which I can't even keep up with these cameras anymore, but it's kind of fun. What else is going on? I don't know. I've got a bunch of different shoots that I'm doing that are really fun, and I've got some ideas for some tutorials coming up if you're interested in learning a little bit more. So subscribe, like, make sure you comment on this video if you made it this far in it, and I'll see you in the next one.